Welcome to Dan United. It is time to get deep down and dirty with this tonight. We have got Champions League predictions. We have got transfer news. We have got managers news. But of course, as always, yes, good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's fantastic. In fact, I hope everyone's feeling incredible. Oh gosh, I got beard stuff all over me. This still won't go. Like my mouth, my nose, everything is still rough as toast. But you know what? We roll with it. Like Oasis once said, you got to roll with it. And I ain't missing another show. We missed too many last week, so I wanted to get back into it. So I hope everyone's fantastic. We got stuff to talk about tonight, people. We've got fixtures to talk about from not just ourselves, but from Liverpool, Chelsea, and of course Aston Villa. That Champions League race is really, really starting to ramp up now. Results didn't go our way particularly as much as we'd liked in the last round of games. So we need to analyse where we are, where other teams are, and what exactly it is we can do to make sure that we are in the hat for the Champions League draw when it comes next season. But I hope everyone's had a good Sunday. I've left Mrs. Robinson downstairs watching Love Island as always. I must admit, I'm getting a bit into it. Funnily enough, the series we're watching at the moment, fucking Elliot Anderson's brother's in it. So that's a sign. I'm watching Love Island with Elliot Anderson's brother in it. It's got to be a sign up there. God, if you're listening, it's got to be a sign. Why else would I put myself through that fucking show? Jesus Christ, cats are all over me, man. Anyway, I hope everyone is okay. Hope everyone's okay. Giles says if we beat Villa, a lot would need to go wrong to not get Champions League. We lose 6th or 7th, will be our position. Come on now. Let's get confident. Danny Boy, good to see you. He says, evening all. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm not feeling myself. Just exactly the same as Akko hasn't been himself after the Newcastle game. Look, we need to shed our skin like snakes, like reptiles. We need to shed our skin after that game. That game has come. It's gone. There's not a lot we can do about it. There is news about the Manchester United players, which kind of ties into what we were talking about last night. But ultimately, Manchester United, whether we like it after the last game, whether we lump it, we are in control of our own destiny. Manchester United, if we win every game, we get Champions League football now. Are we going to win every game that's left to play? Probably not, because there are some tough fixtures. United have got a tough run in, but so have the other teams around us. Each team that we are in this run with still have Champions League or Europa League football. That makes a lot of difference. It makes a lot of difference. Giles says, Anderson, latest news is that it's a deal done with City. He won't be wearing United red. I'm fine with that. I want Fernandes instead from West Ham. There are a lot of players that could potentially be at our disposal next season. And look, we'll go straight into it. The first thing I wanted to talk about before we get into the Champions League fixtures and, not fixtures, sorry, the league fixtures and what it does for us, what we need to do. I saw this before I come live and it made me feel sick. De Zerbi is keen on the Manchester United job, as Sam Wallace from The Telegraph has reported. How does this make us feel, Manchester United fans? Because for me, I've got to be honest with you, I don't want it. De Zerbi is not going to do anything different than Michael Carrick is doing. I think De Zerbi brings a lot of turbulence to the team. I think he brings a lot of problems with the players. This guy is Amarim Mark II for attitude. He is absolutely the man that would come out. He'd want to scrap the players every week. And sometimes, we want to scrap the players, but we're not the manager of Manchester United. I think he's I just think his attitude is not what we are looking for at this club. And I worry what he would do with certain individuals. So when I saw this news, look, it's the news and we're always going to talk about the news. We have to talk about the news. But this, for me, I know Manchester United are interested, contrary to what Giles just said, that he doesn't think he's on the list. Manchester United are interested in this guy. Now, the pool of managers, I don't want to go over it too much because it's going over old news, but the pool of managers that are available to Manchester United in the summer are nowhere near what we need to be where we need to go. Okay. I don't think when you look at a manager like De Zerbi, you sit there and you think this guy's taken us to the Premier League. Now, some would say that about Carrick, and you know what? Completely right. Carrick's only real experience as a manager is managing Middlesbrough in the Championship. But I just don't think that this guy brings us to the promised land. I don't want to see it. We saw him in the Champions League. Got obviously booted away from Marseille after failing to qualify for the latter stages of the Champions League. Now, yes, some of you would say that was awful luck, the fact that we had the Madrid game where Jose Mourinho's goalkeeper scored a header in the last couple of seconds of the game. But this isn't the manager for Manchester United. Gary, I completely agree with you. Gary says simply he's a psycho. I'd go for it. Like, I think we'd all go for Emery. I think we'd all go. If we had an inkling that Emery was interested in coming to Manchester United, yeah, I'd be banging down the door now. I'd be on my way. I'm literally 25, 30 minutes away from Villa. I'd be there now, banging down the door, saying, "Come on, I've bought the new Merc. Jump in. I'm taking you home." But I don't think he wants United. If they wanted De Zerbi, they would have got him now. It's not. It's why I don't see him on the list. Yes and no, Joel. I think Manchester United, Ineos in particular, Vivell, Wilcox, Berardi, I think they're taking their sweet ass time on the manager. I think they are taking their sweet ass time. We jumped a bit too soon with Ollie last time, and look, Ollie brought us good times. Of course he did. But I think they're taking their sweet ass time because they want to make sure that it's a manager that fits what they want to do, what they believe in. And again, I don't see this manager being... De Zerbi isn't the guy. Yes, he plays a similar tactic to us, and he does like expansive football. He wants his players to be expressive in the way they play, which is a good thing. But it's the mood changes that I don't like. It's the mood changes I don't like. He's not happy at Villa, though, Dan. They don't back him financial, probably because they can't be. To be fair, I'll put. Do you know what, Gary? We'll put it in a poll. Look, we'll put it in a poll. You know, I like to get you all involved, so we'll put it in a poll. Would Emery come to United? Yes or no? Would Emery come to United? I don't think he would. I don't think we're his project. I just don't know. If I can see Emery going back to Spain or something like that, I can't see him coming to United. And they said, 100%. I'm assuming two of you are saying 100% straight away. I can't see it as the move that he looks at and goes, "That's my next project." I just don't see it happening. I don't see him coming to United. But it's food for thought. We'll leave that poll in there. Now, there is some transfer news that have come out. Villa, hang on a minute, we'll go to Giles. Villa would have to sell. If they don't get Champions League next year, they'll be in a complete financial disaster like Newcastle and Spurs if they got relegated. Yeah, they're never getting relegated, though, are they? Villa are never. I mean, to even mention Villa in Spurs is Villa and Spurs in the same sentence is no chance. Like Villa may be struggling money slightly, but they know what to do on the pitch. I think Tottenham Hotspur are just a fucking joke of a club, and it's proven now. I still firmly believe Spurs are my pick to go down. Spurs are my pick to go down. I think Spurs go next season. I don't think the players are playing for that manager. I think that red card against Palace was just a clear fact, wasn't it? It was a clear show of fuck this team, I'm out of here. Van der Ven's going, fuck this. Pull him down, red cards, we're getting relegated, I'm off, I'll see you later. One of the biggest clubs in the world, surely if he was offered the chance, he would think about it. And rumour is Spurs will try and get Dice to save him. That'd be fucking hilarious. And Spurs are going down, absolutely. Now then, the transfer news. So, Manchester United have been linked with Jesus Rodriguez as a potential replacement for Marcus Rashford. Now, the wording of this isn't correct in my eyes because we've got our replacements for Rashford. But it's an interesting one because there has been talks about, is Cunha the guy to play left wing for Manchester United? Is he playing out of position? Does it suit Cunha more to play in that central position, maybe vying for that spot with, of course, Bruno Fernandes? Now, there is a conversation, a whole new video on that. But this signing does actually excite me because Como are having a very good season. In fact, they've had a good couple of seasons. I've watched this lad play. I have watched a bit of Italian football because of the whole watching Rasmus and trying to laugh when he's shite. But I've been very impressed with him. He's so young as well. I mean, let me bring his age up. Let me bring his age up for you, Rodriguez. He is born 2005, mate. He's 20 years old. So originally started off at Betis. He's got a cap for Spain already. We know Spain like to give the youngsters their chance to play for the team. It's made in heaven. His birthday's the day before mine, albeit 19 years before. But this lad, honestly, I think his stats this season are decent as well. I think when you look at what we're trying to do with Dorgu on the left as well, which is what we've enjoyed watching Dorgu play a few games, and we feel like he's coming on. I think bringing a young lad in like this, and I don't think he costs as much money as people think either. I think it's the right direction. We need wingers that we can rotate. I think the problem we've had this season is we have been a team that hasn't been able to rotate. Let's be honest. We can't rotate as much as we'd like to because the players waiting in the wings just aren't good enough. Now, again, does this hurt a player like a Shea Lacey? I don't think it does. Does it hurt a JJ Gabriel? I don't think it does. But what I do think it does is when you're playing Champions League football and you need a squad around you, that boosts you dramatically. Having a player like that boosts you dramatically. Honestly, Danny boy, 21 years ago. Can you remember what we were doing in 2005? Can you remember what we were doing? I can. Liquid, mate. Fucking Liquid. Yates's, Liquid, The Bedroom. I used to DJ there. He is a right winger job, but I'm just talking about development of young players and getting opportunities. I think Shea Lacey can play across the free, by the way. He has played across the free. So it's not a case of tying it down to a position. Moxie, good to see you, mate. He says we need an out-and-out left-sided winger in the squad to come inside on their right foot, definitely. But is he the best option? I go back to what I said, Moxie. I don't think we can go out there and spend the money on our best options. I mean, people are talking about that lad. Is it Diamonde? Is it Diamonde? From RB Leipzig. We ain't getting him. He's 80 million, 90 million. He's going Liverpool. We're having to spend our money very, very carefully this summer. On the video I did last night about are our fullbacks just as important as the central midfielders? I think they are after what we've witnessed the last few weeks. So I think if you could pick up a player like this for 30 million, 25, 30 million, I think you go out there and do it, and I think you develop him. College, Liquid, go. I never went to Zante. I never got the fucking invite. I was getting married for the second time. Nice one, Gaz. I hope that was the right one, mate. I hope you're still with that one. With that lady, should I say, not that one. So yeah, interesting one there. Now this is something I think that's going to upset a few of you, but look, we knew it was coming, and that's this. That Real Madrid have scouted Tonali during last night's FA Cup game. United, obviously, really, really interested, but his contract is until 2030. It can make the deal expensive. We know that Newcastle would not let this guy go for less than 100 million to Manchester United. We just know it. We know it. We know. And what we also know is that Real Madrid are a different beast, aren't they? We're not in the same bracket as Real Madrid. And I think it's something as Manchester United fans that we've experienced in previous years where we've wanted players and they've chosen Real Madrid. Benzema, that was the big one. Of course, Varane. We wanted Varane early on. Gareth Bale, he chose Madrid. When Madrid comes calling for a player, especially in the current state we are and considering where they are, which is, let's be honest, constantly fighting to be in the Champions League, to be Champions League winners, constantly fighting to win La Liga. I think we can pretty much look at this one and go, oh, well, it was good while it lasted. But on the flip side, we may feel upset about this, and you may sit there and go, oh, bollocks, that's another midfielder. But wouldn't it much rather be better for Manchester? Wouldn't you much rather it be looking better for Manchester United, where players like this, we know there's no chance, and we don't bother fucking chasing them. We don't bother wasting a summer going, come on, please come to us. Please come to us over Real Madrid. You're going to think about it. He's going to think about it. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Hello? He's fucking gone. He's gone to Madrid. He's gone. We don't need that. We don't need that. So I would much rather stuff like this start to come out now so that United can really focus their attention on players that they can bring to the club. Look, I'm not sat here saying I don't want Tonali. I would love Tonali, okay? I would do anything to get a Tonali in this team because I think he's exactly what Manchester United are missing. I think he brings aggression. I think he brings control. His tactical fucking awareness in that midfield is second to none. He is absolutely phenomenal. Still the right age. Got plenty of football left in him. Absolutely dream signing. But yeah, we're not getting involved with a Madrid saga. That's all I'm saying. Nothing beats a Madrid saga. Rodriguez got a 6.93 rating this season with 3 goals and 8 assists in 28 games, 35 key passes, and he has created 10 big chances. He is average. Dorgu would most likely put him out of the team. He's also 20, Jarl. He's 20. Not even 21 yet. Give the lad a break. He's just made his debut for Spain as well. I think that sort of player is a player you bring in, and I think they can do wonders. I do. Need a new right back. By the way, thank you, Jarl. Thank you for the stat attack there as well, mate. Well done. Put him out of work, mate. Put him out of work. Need a new right back desperately. Dallo is pretty dire. Gary, I couldn't agree more. Look, there is honestly so much you could say about how bad Dallo has been. Watch the video last night, mate. We did a good tactical analysis of that, and there is a few players that we could potentially look at getting to essentially take his place. My mouse isn't working. Anthony, good to see you, my man. I hope you are well. And Gary, everyone, Gary's still with the lucky lady. That's music to my ears. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Real Madrid don't spend money on players, do they, Jarl, if they can help it? But I think for a Tonali, I think they make an exception because there are fractures in that Real Madrid side and they will want to be plugging them. They've done very well to get a few players in on free transfers, but I think certain players like Tonali, I think they go for it. And Madrid, let's not forget, Madrid have been very much open to breaking world record transfer fees in the past. They've done it with several players. Zidane for the first one. Tonali is class. Can't see him coming here, unfortunately. I do like Wharton. I do like Wharton too, Gary. I think that's going to be a conversation that's going to roll on into the summer. I kind of feel like at the moment that Adam Wharton is our backup plan if we don't get Elliot Anderson. That's my theory. If we don't get Elliot Anderson, I think we would go all in for Wharton. And Carl, good to see you. I like the new badge there, Carl. It looks very, very nice. Very, very nice. I'm sorry if my throat's all over the set. I still haven't gotten over this cold, guys. It's absolutely battered me, this has. Now, one thing that I don't know if some of you might not remember this, but at the end of the transfer window in the summer, we were talking about midfielders, and this was a lad, Moxie, you might remember as well, actually. I don't know if you were one of the ones with me on this. Aguome. Now, I mentioned this lad as a cheap option, someone that you could bring in to really bolster the squad. And a lot of you said no. And I've got to be honest with you, I've kept an eye on this lad this season. I think he's been decent. Vivell, obviously involved in this one. Sees him as a key midfield target for United and as the ideal destroyer profile. Now, when we spoke last night about Manchester United needing to make sure that they get their transfer dealings correct this season, I'm telling you, this here, I keep doing that, this here absolutely fits the profile of what Manchester United should be looking for. Coming in at a decent price, wouldn't cost the world. I genuinely feel like if you're looking at squad players that can come in and get yourselves prepared for a very, very tough season, which it is going to be a tough season, I think you need to be, when you look at the whole squad, look at the whole pie, Jennifer. You're not looking at the whole pie. You're not interested. That's an office quote. When you look at the whole team and you look at the whole base of it, yes, it would be fantastic if we could go out there and get every key player in every position. Literally just go in and just we're going to get Elliot Anderson, we're going to get Diamonde, we're going to bring in Anthony Robinson, we're going to bring in a new striker, blah, 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 blah. We're getting everything we want. It doesn't work like that. Transfer windows very rarely go as well as you'd hoped. And sometimes they do go as well as you hoped, and then you become Liverpool and they're fucking shit. Shameless that was, but I don't care. In a squad, you need to have the bit about you to be willing to pepper the squad with players that are not necessarily going to be starting week in, week out, but that have the ability to come in and do their job and maybe push for that starting space. And Aguome is someone that I've long admired. I think for the price that we'd look at, I think you absolutely go out there and get this done. Honestly. Telford boys, we are here. Shake your women and drink your beer. Fucking hell. I've got nothing in me tonight. Honestly, it looks carpy. I've got none of that in me tonight. I don't think I could fucking breathe. Sorry, wasn't about yesterday. It was my birthday Friday. Happy birthday, Carl. Happy birthday, mate. Many happy returns for you. I'm assuming that's not your date of birth on your name. So you'd have to let me know how old you were, mate. And Big Dan, let's go. Let's go. It looks Carpy. Grome stats is almost the same as Casemiro. He is more creative and technical than Kaz, but Kaz is better at defending. Still a destroyer, though. Jarl, honestly, I'm going to get you on the payroll. I spend ages getting all these shows prepared. Just send you what I need and you can sort it for me. And Akkers is in the house. He says, Akkers, is that? Yeah, it is Akkers. Anderson has already agreed to join City after the World Cup is finished. Hey, listen, like I said, I'm not a Love Island fan, but I was watching it with the wife and his brother rocked up on it. If that ain't a sign, I don't know what it is. But yeah, look, I think we're all at peace that with the fact that Elliot Anderson will probably choose City. It'd take a big thing for him not to do it. And happy birthday, happy birthday to your daughter as well, Danny boy. Happy birthday. So yeah, look, that's the transfer news. I don't want to drag it on. 38 years old, mate. I'm 40 this November, Carl. So I'm feeling your pain. Danny boy, are you 40 yet? Or are you a year younger than me? No, you've got to be the same age as me, Danny boy. I think you are. Yeah, I'm the big 40 in November. Fuck, I can't. My knees feel like, honestly, my knees feel like they're 80. It's great. It's great. Anderson gutted. I think Robinson at Fulham has peaked, better than Dalot, but Ahmad left him for dead in the home game. Just come back from injury in that game, so I'm not going to give him too much discredit there, Gaza. I still think Anthony Robinson offers so much more than Luke Shaw at left back. I really do. Prime age as well. But right, let's get into this bit now. So before we go through the fixtures, 40th February, Danny boy. There we go. 63, Gaz. Yeah, but Gary. You know what the difference is? Everyone look at Gary's picture. Gary doesn't look 63. Gary looks my age. I look 63. That's stress for you. Before we go through the fixtures, there's a couple of things I wanted to bring to your attention. Last night, I said to you that the players should be looking in the mirror and they should be looking at the fact that they had a couple of decent games and thinking they're the shit. Well, this was reported today. Okay, this was reported today. So players believe they have let manager Michael Carrick down with their recent displays and are blaming slow starts on a lack of games. Don't think you blame it on a lack of games, lads. I think you blame it on the fact that you're just not fucking starting quick enough. Source said that the players feel like they let the manager down with the way they played. They think the big gaps between games are hurting them and making them struggle to start properly. It's something that they are aware of and want to change. Yeah, lads, I'm going to tell you something, yeah? United lads, you could have changed it last season if you'd have pulled more shit out of the bag. You could have changed it against Grimsby if you'd have beat them. You could have changed it if you beat fucking Brighton, but you threw it in. The reason that we're not playing games week after week like the rest of the fucking teams are is because we didn't do good enough last season and this season. Last season, we were abysmal. This season, out of both competitions, at the first attempt to play in them. So when you say to us when the players say to us that they feel like the big gaps between games hurting them and making them to start properly, I don't know what the fuck they are talking about. It is the easiest excuse in the world. And I tell you why they're coming out and saying this, okay? And I wasn't going to get angry. I tell you why they're coming out and saying this, because they know they can't come out and say training's not great or the manager doesn't play us in the right positions or we don't get a good vibe from... No, you can't say that because Carrick has come in and he's steadied the ship and he's got the fans behind him. So now they're probably still trying to utilise last season with Amorim and the formation, but they're coming out and they're pushing the blame away. That's what they're doing. Yes, they're saying, do you know what, we're letting the manager down, but they're pushing the blame away. And that to me is just like, fuck. We're so used to this with this group of players. We're so used to this as Manchester United fans, with players coming out and saying, no, it's not our fault. No, we'd be mint. Honestly, if we were playing every week, we'd smash Newcastle away. Do you know what I mean? We'd beat West Ham. We'd smash them away. It's so negative. And do you know something? Casemiro's pictures there. I don't think Casemiro's one of them at all. I don't. I think it's your usuals. I think it's your Diego Dallots. I think it's your Luke Shaws. Do you know what I mean? I think it's that type of player that are coming out saying, if we were playing more, it's because we're not playing regularly. It's not this. It's not regularly. It's not. Fuck off. Bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And I tell you what, next season, when we're in the Champions League and we're playing week after week, watch them come out and say, whew, it's a bit too much football for us here, lads. I can't do this. Oh, we drew last week. It's because we're playing too much football. Like, we are footballers, but we're humans. We shouldn't be allowed to play this much football. Like, fuck it. Come on. Juggling. I love this comment by Jarl. There will always be a fish in the sea even larger than Anderson. I don't really care. Anderson chooses City. That means he does not want us. So I care not at all for all the players. Mate, do you know what I'm doing with that, Jarl? I'm pinning that comment. I am pinning that comment. Because that comment, that moved me. That moved me. Replacing that with the pin, I'm replacing that one. That comment moved me. And the poll, 64% of you, okay, 64% of you do not think Emery would come to United. Carl says, I get it, but it also sounds like an excuse to me. I agree, Dan. There we go. We're always in agreement there, mate. Anthony, how was the fishing? I'll let you lot talk about that. But if this was the case, then come out and in the next game and show you've learned the next mistakes. They're going to have to. Look, what I will say is Manchester United next season, next season, a week today, they have got to come out against Villa and they have got to come out with a fast-paced game. They have got to come out and absolutely go for it. None of this sitting back, playing side to side, thinking we can outsmart teams with that. Not being bullied. Don't worry. You're not playing Joe Linton, lads. You don't have to hide anymore. Joe Linton, the angry man, isn't going to come and hurt you. Fucking honestly. When I played football, I used to love playing people the size of Joe Linton because it was a battle. Our lads went, nope, nope, nope. Every time they had the ball, take it. They've got to come out and be quick and show that they've learned from their mistakes. Absolutely. Cass was our best player against Newcastle. That second half was the same as half bad as against Grimsby. It was awful. It was absolutely awful, to be fair. Players like Shaw just piss me off. They can just check out when they're going and get stuff. Luke Shaw and Mason Mount are added to the list for me of players that need to leave Manchester United. I think Luke Shaw's done, isn't he? Like yes, he's appeared in every game. But do you know something? When I was younger, I used to have to go to Sunday school. No problem with religion at all, but it wasn't my bag because I wanted to play football. I appeared at nearly every class of Sunday school. I was there. My appearances were through the roof, but my effort there wasn't great because I wasn't enjoying it. Because I didn't have what they wanted from me to make their Sunday school a better Sunday school. Okay? And it's the same with Luke Shaw at Manchester United now. Yes, he is there in body, but not in mind. He's still thinking about the World Cup. I told you all this at the start of the season. I said Luke Shaw would not miss a game. Have I been wrong? Bar being rested once against Brighton. Have I been wrong? He is thinking about the World Cup. One last dance. So he can go. He can go for me. Z, good to see you, mate. He says, big up, Dan. 40 games in the season is crazy. We literally have 3 weeks off after our next 2 games. These lot better qualify for Europe next season and not bottle these next 9 games. Hang on, let me just cough a second. I'm telling you, Z, like, as content creators, we're meant to bring you content every day. Like, what the fuck are we going to talk about for 3 weeks? What are we going to do? I've got some ideas, but fuck, it's hard. I'm going to start. I think we're going to do some watch-alongs. I think we're going to do some hate-alongs. We're going to have to, because we're going to go out of our mind. I'll be surprised if Villa beat us at Old Trafford. Me too. They've got a terrible record there, but it doesn't matter. We still need to go into it and obliterate them. I don't think the officials help some of the football these days, though, giving free kicks for every little tap and push. Do you know what? Last night, I watched the red card back against Garnacho, and at the time, I was just so happy that someone had clattered him, because Garnacho is an absolute disgrace of a human. I can't stand him. But then when I watched it back, I thought that was a yellow, you know. I know Queen Sophie was in the house last night, and she said she didn't think it was a red, and I think if they don't have that red card, I think they beat Chelsea last night. I genuinely think Wrexham knocked Chelsea out of the FA Cup. Weird game, man. Shaw needs the green tent. Mount is injury prone and flat as to deceive. Gets knocked off the ball too easily and goes missing. He's been injured for fucking weeks, hasn't he? The 3-week wait is going to be rough. United had plans to have a couple of games in Saudi Arabia that time, which Carrick cancelled. Our financial was also so good. These games was not needed. Yeah, we didn't need it. We didn't need that. And Carl says this is now the biggest test of Carrick's credentials. If we go on a bad run now, I don't think he gets the job. If we got another decent run, I think he does. And I am still rough. Honestly, I've got to go back to work tomorrow, and I'm terrified. My team are going to hear me barking, but it is what it is. If that was a red, how was Dallas? Yeah, exactly. I agree. And the standard of refereeing and VAR is appalling. VAR is big business for retirees. Yeah, fuck VAR. I can't stand it, Gaz. I'm with you. And this is something else I want to show you. I'm gone. Is this? This. We need to remember this. As much as we were upset about the Newcastle game, Michael Carrick at the moment with Manchester United, 8 matches, 6 wins, 15 goals scored, 3 clean sheets. Now, ideally, you want clean sheets every fucking game, don't you? You absolutely you want nothing but clean sheets. But the difference in where we were before him to where we are now is night and day. We are in 3rd position. So as much as I was annoyed, and I'm still annoyed at the players, guys, we need to rally behind this manager. We absolutely need to rally behind this manager and make sure that he feels the love and passion from ourselves. And do you know what? If you do get angry at results under him, just remember that the players are moaning because they haven't got enough game time. Just remember that the players' new excuse isn't the formation, isn't the attitude. It's the fact that because we don't play consistently, I've just fucking remembered something here. Don't play consistently. You played 2 games in 4 days, lads, and you're absolutely abysmal against 10-man Newcastle. Honestly. Oh, God. Do you know what I mean? Smash a like for the fucking imposter syndrome some of these fucking players have. Good evening, Chappie. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Also, Dan Burn should have been sent off. Don't get me started on that prick. I had a cold as well 3 weeks ago. First now my cough is starting. Honestly, it's the worst I've ever had it. And it's the worst I've ever had it, man. Anyway, let's look at the fixtures. So this is the remaining United fixtures. And do you know something? Out of all the fixtures you're going to see, ours were the only ones I didn't have to break up. Now, when we look at this, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home games. Okay? 5 home games left to play this season. Coupled with the fact then you've got Bournemouth away, you've got Chelsea away, you've got Sunderland away, and Brighton last game of the season. Now, I'm gonna ask you all straight away, right? Don't think about it properly. I just want your initial reaction. How many points from those last 9 games do you think United can pick up? Be real about it. How many points from those last 9 games can Manchester United pick up? Because if I go off the top of my head now, I think we beat Villa. I think we draw against Bournemouth. I think we beat Leeds. That's 7. I think, oh God, do you know something? Everything in my body says we beat Chelsea. Everything in my body says we beat Chelsea just because I fucking hate them. So I'm going to say 10 points. Draw against Brentford. They always seem to do something against us. Oh, Liverpool, man. I think we beat Liverpool. Sunderland. I think we... fucking hell. Sunderland have tailed off, haven't they? Okay, 27 points available. I am going to say United pick up a minimum. I'm going to say a minimum of 17 points. A minimum of 17 points from the 29. What is it? 27 available. I'm going to say a minimum of 17 points. Carl says 15. Z says 18. I think me and Z are in the same sort of bracket there. Steve-O, good to see you. He says, what is it? 9 games to go and 3 big clubs to play. Villa, Chelsea, Liverpool. Surely there's 6 wins there. Love that. Acco goes, we're winning 7 to 8 games. Giles says 14 points. Got a terrible record at Chelsea and Brighton away. Not great against Bournemouth either. It looks Carpy says 17. Liverpool a draw. 15 says Chappie. Gary agrees with me. Are we beating the big teams and losing to the tiddlers? I mean, fucking hell, there's not many struggling teams left, though, is there, in that? Leeds and Forest, would you say? Danny Boy comes in with 20. 20 points. 20 points. Liverpool are terrible. We should be aiming to win, but a draw is okay. So, okay, look, I think judging by looking at where we've gone here, I think we're in and around 16 points. If we average everything out, I reckon 16, 17 points is where we're in and around. Now then, let's bring up Villa's fixtures. So the first lot, the reason I've had to break it is simply fuckers are playing European football. All of them are. Chappie's gone 15 as well. So this is Villa's first group of fixtures, okay? Away at Lille before they play us, which is fantastic for United because they have got injury problems, and I think that comes at a perfect time for Manchester United. I wonder if Emery will want to go straight in and try and win the Europa League this season. I wonder if Emery looks at the Europa League and goes, "We are in free fall in the Premier League this season. We can get Champions League if we win the Europa." Villa will still be one of the favourites. Then they play us. Then they're away at Lille again. Then straight after that, they've got West Ham at home. Then they have got Forest. Forest away after that. Let me bring the other ones up. Then move that. I don't like that. Let me move that a bit over a bit. There we go. Then they're playing Sunderland at home. They've got Fulham away. Spurs at home, that'll be easy. Burnley away. And then their last 2 games of the season are at home to Liverpool, away to Manchester City. Now, looking at that run, let me see if I can make it. I'm going to hide myself a second. And I'm going to bring them both on. I'll hide myself. Let me do it like that, actually, because... Right, so there's Villa's fixtures left. Okay, there's Villa's fixtures left. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games away left to play. How many points for Villa, chat? How many points do you think Villa can pick up in that run? Let's not forget, if they beat Lille, they're going to go further into the competition. They're going to have more games to play. For me, Villa... one. I see Villa getting maybe another. Do you know? I'm going to go with Z. I think Villa get another 14 points at most. At most. Hang on a minute. No. 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 12. I'm going to say 12 points. I'm going to say 12 points. I think Villa get 12 points this remaining in this season. Hello, I'm back. I think Villa get 12 points. What are we saying? Villa got some easy matches, but their games against the 5 teams at the bottom of the league. I agree, Jar, but I think the football they're going to be playing in between is going to hurt them. 14 points, says Z. Similar points with Villa. Playing a lot of teams who are fighting for survival, I'd say 14. Villa too poor, 7, says Acco. 10 or 12, says it looks Carpy. Anybody else? 12 at best? I think you're right, Gaz. I'm inclined to agree with it looks Carpy and Gaz, 12 points. I think 7's a bit cruel. But I think Villa could be in free fall here. I think it's going to go to the wire. It's going to be on who's bottling it first, Steve-O says. Well, let's bring up Chelsea next. So Chelsea's first fixtures. Chelsea have got some tough games coming. Look at those fixtures for Chelsea coming up. Look at those fixtures. I've not even done the second ones yet. That takes them to April. And that's if they I've got to be honest with you. I don't see Chelsea beating PSG in the Champions League. I'm going to say that right now. They're still in the FA Cup. The FA Cup's to be drawn, of course. Newcastle at home, away at Everton, City at home. Their next 3 league games. I mean, Newcastle have a terrible record there. I think Everton get a point or it wouldn't surprise. Let me bring the other ones up. Let me move. I'm going to move me over. Let me just do that. Let me put them there, and this is their remaining after that. How many points? They've got United, so they've got us at home. Then they're away at Brighton. Then they've got Forest at home, away at Liverpool, Spurs at home. That'll be easy. Sunderland away. Chelsea, man, I'm telling you, Chelsea. Oh God. See, Gary, I agree. I don't think they were very good against Wrexham. Let's go 3 against. I'll get 3 against Forest. Put against Newcastle. 3, 4, 5, 8, 11. I reckon 14 points. I think 14 points for Chelsea for the remaining games of the season. I think 14 is a good look. I think they could get 14. Akko's gone 10 to 15 points. They were gone. Yeah, absolutely. Gaz, agree with that. Carl's gone 10 to 15. Same. Good evening, Ben. Good to see you, mate. 16 points. Yeah, I can see that, Z. I can see it's in and around. 11 points, says Ben. I love how Dan says Spurs are easy. Spurs are fucking awful. They're awful. They win against Spurs and Sunderland comfortably, says Akko. 10 points, says Danny Boy. 10 to 12 points, says it looks Garpy. 11 points, says Gaz. I think as a United fan, we're always going to be a little too overconfident with our results and games. I'd knock 2 points. So you put us down to 15, would you, Steve-O? 15 to 18 points, says Joel. 15 to 18. I can't see it, Joel. Charlie, baby, I can't see it. Can't see it. We'll finish around 69 to 75 points. I mean, that'll be enough for Champions League. Of course it will. But that'll be enough for third, that would. Let's get rid of Chelsea's. Hello. 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 Oh, goodbye. There we go. Right then. Let's get to Liverpool's fixtures. Liverpool. Let me bring... So this is the first group of fixtures they've got. I mean, 3 points straight away against Spurs, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest. Liverpool, as bad as Liverpool were against Wolves in the league, it's Spurs, lads. As Roy Keane famously said, lads, it's Spurs. If Liverpool do not beat Spurs, they are the biggest banter club in the fucking league this season, hands down. I don't care if we've lost against 2 teams with 10 men. We ain't lost to fucking Spurs. Spurs, honestly, Spurs are in so much trouble. You could do a video on Spurs on their own. Let me move the fixtures over. Oh, hello. What's that? Why is that not moving? Hello. There we go. Move you over there, and let's bring Liverpool's remaining fixtures. There we go. Have a look at that, lads. What do you think there with regards to Liverpool and points they could get? I actually think it's a tough one with Liverpool because we don't know. Liverpool are so inconsistent at the moment. It doesn't even make sense. They beat Spurs. I think Brighton beat Liverpool. I think Liverpool beat Fulham. I think Everton draw with them. I think they beat Palace. I think we beat them. Liverpool-Chelsea will be a tough game. That'll be a tough game. Villa may have all their players back by then. And Brentford. I'm going to go... Do you know something? Z, I'm with you. I think around about 15, 16 points. Liverpool are very inconsistent. But let's not forget, Liverpool do have the players to turn it on. Szoboszlai, if he's playing in that role, if he's in that mood, Szoboszlai will fucking get goal after goal. Personally, think Szoboszlai is off to Madrid in the summer as well. Let's go through some of these comments. Chelsea normally turn up in the big games. Agree with that. They will beat Newcastle, Forest, Spurs and Sunderland, either win or draw against Everton, so between 15 and 18. Spurs will beat Liverpool, says Chappie. Oosh. 16 for Liverpool too, says Z. 9 to 12 points, says Carl. 12 to 15 for Liverpool. 18 for Ben. You are being very unbiased there, but you're a football fan, Z. You're not just a United fan. That's why I love you. 12 points, says Acco. 16, it looks Carpy. I think they draw to Brighton. I have us drawing with them. I think they beat Chelsea. Depends on what Liverpool team you get. They can win all their games left or lose 2 or 3. Jarl, that's a great comment. It's a great comment. I'm going to come back in. Hello. That's a great comment. Liverpool, out of all of the teams, I'll come back to the big screen. Liverpool, out of all of the teams that are in that race for Champions League football, are the team you cannot call what Liverpool are going to do. They can turn up and absolutely batter a side, or they can be absolutely appalling and lose. There's no in between with them this season, and this isn't a Liverpool channel, so I'm not going to give too much to that. But we're in a situation with Liverpool where we don't know where the fuck they are. If you look on form, United's consistency has been there, albeit the performances haven't been great. But I just think with Liverpool, you don't know what Liverpool you're getting. I mean, look, if Spurs... do you know, hang on, let me get the poll back up. We'll have a bit of fun. So it's Sunday night. We got work tomorrow, so we're all in a mood. Can Spurs beat Liverpool? Get your votes in, chat. Can Spurs beat Liverpool? Can Spurs go and do the unthinkable and beat Liverpool? Can Tottenham Hotspur, home of the infamous, oh my days, blood, like, can they actually do it? I mean, like, straight away, 100% no. Do you know, hang on a minute. Let me get BBC up. I always say I'm going to do it, and I think now I've got to put my money where my mouth is, and I've got to commit. They play straight after us. Right then, guys, what excuse do I use to Mrs. Robinson to try and stay on and do the hate along for Liverpool and Spurs? What excuse? Get me some good excuses in the comments on how I stay live straight after the United game for the Liverpool game. Give me the comments. I'll be doing it from here because I think Kev will probably be busy, bless him. So I'll be doing it from in my own home. You tell me, what excuses can I use for Mrs. Robinson to allow me to watch that game? Because that's a great hate along, and you've already got me. We're 50-50 in the fucking votes. We're 50-50 in the votes. We got to watch it, chat. We got to watch it, haven't we? We got to watch it. Nah, they can't really. Yeah, Z's thinking with his head there. I think Villa are going to continue to fall away. I agree. Spurs couldn't beat a carpet. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Spurs in a bleep test are the ones that pull up after the second bleep, aren't they? Dan's not up. Fuck off, Dan. If they drop some points early doors, they might put all their eggs into the Champions League baskets, trying to get into their next season, potentially. I love expressions. I honestly hope he never ever watches and thinks I'm taking the piss out of him. I just fucking love him. If Liverpool lose to Spurs, they should be banned from qualifying from the Champions League anyway. Couldn't agree more. They'll only beat Liverpool to relegation, says Acco. It wouldn't surprise me, but I really want Spurs to go down. And that's the problem. Like, I want Spurs to go down. So, like, I'm kind of the opinion I want Liverpool to absolutely batter them because I want Spurs to go down. But then I want Spurs to beat Liverpool so that we can all laugh at Liverpool. It's like blue pill, red pill, isn't it? It's the Matrix, blue pill, red pill. What are you taking? Tell her the Man United game has gone. I tried that before, Ben, and I got a comment. I got a text off her about 10 minutes into trying to watch another game. Her saying, Dan, game's finished. I've got it on Sky Sports. Telly will be on live national television. She would, she'd be terrified of that, Acco. I've been on TV a couple of times. Nothing bad. I've not been on Crime Watch or anything. It looks carpy. That comment. It looks carpy. I swear I recognise you. You weren't involved with Wellington Town Football Club, were you? I swear I recognise you. It looks carpy. You weren't involved with Wellington Football Club, were you? Not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I don't know why I went sinister there. It's for Man United research purposes for the rest of the season, lol. That's a good one. I might try and use that one. I don't think Spurs win, but I can see Liverpool giving them chances. Liverpool, and actually Spurs haven't got Van der Ven, have they? The miraculous Van der Ven. Liverpool would win, but it'd be an awful game. Make her breakfast in bed, make her dinner, and do everything for her that day. I do that anyway. Yeah, anyway. To look after your subscribers because you care so much about the channel. Oh, dearie me. We should do like a stream dedicated to Mrs. Robinson. Played for Ketley Bank, fair enough. You look like a guy, Mickey, I know. You look like a guy, Mickey. Yeah, that won't wash. No, it never washes, Gaz. It never washes. Change the time on a phone and put all the clocks back in. Hang on a minute. Imagine that, just doing all the clocks in the house. Fucking hell. I think she's crazy then, won't she? Or Pigeon Box before that. No, I don't know where it is. I recognise you from somewhere, Mon. Tell her you're doing a watch along with Goldbridge. She wouldn't believe that, mate. Fucking hell. She knows how much. In fact, I can say this. My wife hates Mark. Sorry, Ben's got me, man. My wife hates Mark Goldbridge more than anybody in the world. She can't stand him. It's like when I used to watch him, and like I put it on my phone, and you know he does his usual "Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand." She would be like, "Turn it off, turn him off. I can't stand his voice." She can't stand him, man. She can't stand him. As X says, Mickey can't defend. No, he can't. And easy tell you, you've got a 3-week break from United games. Oh, see, Carl, that's the one, innit? But no, we haven't. No, because we got fucking Bournemouth a couple of days later. I've got to come up with something. Book her in for a spa day, gets you brownie points, but also gets her out whilst. Yeah, because do you know what? I sent Mrs. Robinson and her mate on a fucking spa day earlier on this year. Cost me 300 quid. 300 quid. 300 quid to have another bloke rubbing my wife. Yeah. Bastard. I can't stand Goldbridge either. The things he said lately. Yeah. I mean, I have to be careful because I don't want to be a channel that just goes and badmouths other people all the time. So I have to be very, very, very careful. I've been told to refrain a little bit by my mentors in YouTube. So I have to be careful. But yeah, I agree. Tell us Sky Sports to look at Sky Sports. Fucking hell. Sky Sports. I'd love to be on Sky Sports, but I'd be cancelled. Well, after the next 2 games, still the same. That's true. Get Kev to do it for free. Fucking hell. Get Kev to do it for free. You know, that's marriage counselling fucking right there, isn't it? Not like that if Kev's watching. I don't mean it like that. Fucking hell. She's got good taste, mate. He's a clown and not a United fan. Love that, Gaza. Love that, Gaza. So guys, yeah, look, I mean, what do you know what I've enjoyed tonight? We've got through quite a lot, haven't we? We've got through quite a lot. Any questions you've got for me? I'm feeling like we can get another few minutes out of this. So if you've got any questions for me, chat, put your questions in. Let's go through it. We've still got some time. And he can sing to her at the same time. What would Kev sing to my wife as he was giving her a massage? Oof. What would Kev sing? Poor Kev's getting pelters and he's fucking not even in the stream. Tell you watching Kev. I did that last night. She was, yeah. Sorry, my bad. Don't be silly. There's nothing wrong with that. He can sing United Road. He could sing United Road. I don't think Mrs. Robinson would like that. I don't think she'd like that. I don't know what he'd sing her. The first time ever I saw. I'm literally dying here. Fuck, that's brutal. That is. It looks carpy. Fuck me. That's brutal. Brutal. How are we doing with the fucking vote? Oh God, changing the subject. Fucking hell, you boys can get me in trouble. 56% of you, by the way, Bailey, say that Spurs can beat Liverpool. I fucking love that. Going in on the high note when you got a cough is asking for trouble. It is honestly. I've got meetings galore at work this week as well. The only way I get to watch football in my house when the missus is there, I have to give her a foot rub. Give her a foot rub. You're beautiful, James Blunt. Do you know? Yeah, interesting fact. Do you know what the song "You're Beautiful" is actually about? It's about a bloke committing suicide because he can't be with the woman that he loves. Excuse me. Yeah, it's about committing Harry Carrick. What about "Don't Worry, Be Happy" about you watching the Spurs game? So what you want me to do then, essentially, this is what you want me to do, right? So I'm here, right? I'm here. We've just watched United absolutely batter Villa. Mrs. Robinson's downstairs. You want to go, right? Come on, off to Kev's. He's going to give you a foot massage. Right then, lads, we're back in. Fucking imagine. Don't work, does it? It wouldn't work like that. It's killing me. Do you know something? Honestly, like I'm amazed I've got through the show like I have tonight. I am literally amazed I've got through the show. Guys, another thing I wanted to say to you actually is, do you know something? We need to work out. We're getting closer to the end of the season. I do want to do that meetup with everyone. I want to do a meetup at the end of the season, like end of season drinks. I think it would be best to do it in Manchester. I think Manchester's a good central base. I mean, we're all United fans, so I want to start planning that. Also, I need to start working out. I need to do a Discord as well. I need to set up a Discord for everybody because I think I want to start being more interactive with you guys and giving you guys options on what we talk about each night. I think you've all been with me for so long. I think it's the right thing to do. Obviously, we'll still do the news and we'll still go through what's important. Let me just check if anything's broken at the moment. If anything's broken. I can't see. I love that. Stretford Paddock is talking about, do we need new fullbacks? Yeah, we did that last night, lads. Yeah, fucking hell, honestly. The amount of news coming out today that De Zerbi wants the job, it's all over X. It is all over X. We don't want De Zerbi, man. We don't De Zerbi him. We don't De Zerbi him. What we got here? Tell her you need to go to the office for something urgent and go to Kev's and stream from his. Yeah, but she'll hear me. Ben, she hears me from there. Like, she can hear me. The amount of times, I'm amazed my neighbours have never complained about the noise. I plan to go to England again after many years away, and I plan to taste fish and chips for the first time, Joel. Fantastic, mate. Fan-fucking-tastic. Fantastic. I love fish and chips, mate. I've thought about suggesting a Discord for a little. Yeah, I need to. I want to connect. I want to be able to connect with you all on a day-to-day basis, is what I'm saying as well. Okay, loves that. He didn't deserve me. He don't deserve me the United job. That's what I should. We'll finish it on there because Carl's won it there. We'll finish it on there. Look, guys, it's been a great show. Sunday night vibes. Sundays are always a bit of a miserable one because we know that we've got work the next day. But hey, that's what it is. If we got him as manager, we might as well start with Ruben. I agree. Do you know something? And again, I hate having to do this, but I will apologise one more time. The problem and I will, Ben. I've got some ideas on that. I've got someone I can work with on that. I will apologise one more time. The problem is, like I've said to you before, being a full-time YouTuber, you're able to do so much more with shows. When you're ill, when it's just your channel and you've got a marriage and you've got work, it's really hard to try and fit it all in. So sometimes I do need to like take a step back and protect myself a little bit. So I don't like missing the shows. You know that. I love you all very much. So hopefully once this is gone, normally I don't get ill for ages after that. So hopefully we're all right. Good night, Carl. Good to see you, mate. And Gary says, my first time on here, saw you on Potts' channel. And this is great stuff, Dan and the lads. Great to be watching a proper United stream. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that, mate. Really do appreciate that. It's, again, pleasure to have you on the show, mate. This is a show where we are a community. You're gonna get a lot from this show. What you're not gonna get is like certain other people that we see in the mainstream who have bigger channels that like to call their followers idiots and morons because they don't agree with what they're saying. This is a community where we get our points across respectfully. You might not agree with what I say. I might not agree with what you say. But do you know something? At the end of the day, the one thing we have in common is that we want Manchester United to succeed, and that's the way it's always going to be. Night, fellas. Good to see you at Lux Carpi. And if you want any help with the Discord ETC, just let me know, as I own my own one already. Carl, I might hit you up on that. Have you got me on TikTok, Carl, or do you follow me on X? If you do, send me a direct message. I'm not 90. A DM on there, mate, and I might connect with you on that. Send me a DM and we'll work something out. But guys, enjoy your Sunday. Just remember, as always, I don't know why I don't say this enough to you all, because it was my tagline for my channel when I started, last year, and it's always going to be my tagline, and that is simple: pain is temporary, but remember, class is permanent. Dan United.